You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, in case you did not realize this, Terry Bradshaw is the original TB12. That's right. He was number 12, Terry Bradshaw. In case you also did not know this, Terry Bradshaw has 4 Super Bowl rings. Terry Bradshaw, for the brand of football they played in the 70s, was a hell of a quarterback. I'm not sure people understand how good Terry Bradshaw was, and he had a damn cannon attached to his shoulder, all right? Now, my father, who lived to be 91, died 3 years ago. He was a huge Bradshaw guy. He loved Bradshaw. He loved him even more when he went to TV. We're from the South. I mean, Terry Bradshaw, a national treasure down here, all right? Yeah, protect him at all costs. Well, we know he's very loyal to the Steelers. We also know he will not hold his tongue. Terry Bradshaw doesn't give a rat's ass who likes him and who doesn't. I've got an appreciation for that myself. Well, he has come out. He's made some comments about a couple of things. Number one, Aaron Rodgers. He's not a big fan of the idea of bringing Aaron Rodgers to this team. Number two, he absolutely crushes the Steelers for a couple of things. Not only how they handled the quarterback situation, but he believes that the Steelers completely failed Kenny Pickett. He thinks Kenny Pickett can play quarterback at a high level in the NFL. Now, I told you guys I liked Kenny Pickett coming out of the draft. The one problem with Kenny Pickett, the one issue, and you see it in his game, it's his arm strength, okay? He had plenty of starts coming out of college. He's got good size. He's more athletic than people realize. And, of course, he's got small hands. But Bradshaw does make a good point, and I don't think anybody can argue with it. The Steelers' offensive line situation, while Kenny Pickett was around, was a dumpster fire. And I'm kind of wondering, is it better? I mean, is the offensive line situation better? Or are they about to get Aaron Rodgers killed back there, or Kirk Cousins, whoever it ends up being? Terry Bradshaw, this is CBS Sports, clearly not happy with how the Steelers have handled their quarterback situation following Ben Roethlisberger's retirement. So come down here, quote, I liked Kenny Pickett. Bradshaw said on 103.7 The Buzz. I liked him at Pitt. I know him. I know what he's like. When they got to Pittsburgh, they didn't protect him. They didn't get him an offensive line. No, he got crushed back there. They wanted to run the ball, but they didn't have an offensive line that could protect, and they didn't have weapons. He had no wide receivers to speak of. Did he not cross-pollinate with George Pickens at all? That can't be right. Quote, then they throw a kid in there for 2 years. You got an offense that doesn't fit, doesn't work, and they can't run because their offensive line is not good enough for a run-blocking team. Now they're saying Kenny Pickett is a failure. He wasn't a failure. The Steelers were a failure. Yikes. You want to talk about scorching. Bradshaw also did not mince words when asked about the Steelers' continued pursuit of Rodgers, who remains unsigned as Pittsburgh starts OTAs. Quote, that's a joke. That to me is just a joke, Bradshaw said. What are you going to do? Bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? That guy needs to stay in California. Damn. Go somewhere and chew bark and whisper to the gods out there. Bradshaw's funny. He really is funny. He don't give a rat's ass. While they have continued to churn out winning seasons, the Steelers, as Bradshaw says, they have been unsuccessful to this point when it comes to finding a long-term solution at quarterback. To this point, the situation is similar to what Pittsburgh endured following Bradshaw's retirement after the 1983 season. The Steelers, who famously passed on drafting future Hall of Famer and Pittsburgh native Dan Marino, it forever haunted that team. Didn't find a worthy successor to Bradshaw until Roethlisberger fell to them with the 11th overall pick in 2004. Boy, 2004, you want to talk about an underrated, I don't even want to say underrated QB draft, but you're talking that was the Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger draft. All three came out in the first 11 picks. And all three, I believe at some point Phillip Rivers gets into the Hall of Fame because his numbers are just too damn ridiculous. Phillip Rivers' quarterback numbers are insane. We know Roethlisberger and Eli Manning will get in. Finding a championship-level quarterback is hard, which is something that the Steelers obviously are rediscovering now. No one is questioning that or the team's desire to find someone who can provide the level of consistent excellence Bradshaw and Roethlisberger previously provided. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how that works out for some teams. You had Favre right into Aaron Rodgers, right into Jordan Love. You had the Colts, Peyton Manning, right into Andrew Luck. Unfortunately for them, Andrew Luck didn't stick around. You want to know why he didn't stick around? Andrew Luck retired because the Colts could not protect him, and he was getting the shit beat out of him. Matt Canada was the offensive coordinator I was trying to think of. Yeah, the Stooge. They ran him out of Pittsburgh, and many thought they ran Matt Canada out too late because they ended up giving up on Kenny Pickett, right? And so that's he's got all kinds of points here. All right, he does. There's some people saying right now that people in Cleveland believe Kenny Pickett might be able to be the starting quarterback there, that there's things they like about him. Whether or not that can happen, I don't know. Again, small hands, and I don't even really give a shit about the hands as much as I do. And yeah, that can be rough in bad weather, etc. But it's the average to slightly below average throwing arm. Now, some quarterbacks are just so deadly and so mobile or whatever you don't have to have a cannon. But it certainly helps to be able to throw certain out routes and not watch them get run back for 6, and letting the ball go. I don't know. That will remain to be seen. Do I think Kenny Pickett could end up being one of these guys that's like Sam Darnold or like Geno Smith that end up becoming something later? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think there was, and I think I even made some videos on it. There was something going on from an attitude standpoint involving Kenny. Oh, I know what it was. The whole, he got hurt. Mason Rudolph came in and balled out. Then he didn't get his job back, and Kenny Pickett acted like a big baby and started kicking his feet. Mike Tomlin was like, nuh-uh, you're getting the hell off this team after the season. Well, there you go. That's what it was, come to think of it. Remember the whole against Seattle, they wanted him to back up, and he was like, nah, or something like that. It was a mess. It turned into a mess, and I did some videos on it. I did not love that part of Kenny Pickett at all. I was like, bro, man, get your ass in there and be a backup quarterback. Do whatever the team needs you to do. If you're going to be the better quarterback than Mason Rudolph, it'll come out in the wash. Now, to Bradshaw's point, I mean, they didn't exactly set him up for success, but again, if Mason Rudolph can come in and look pretty good behind the same offensive line, that does raise questions about Kenny Pickett. Terry Bradshaw doesn't give a F at all. Aaron Rodgers, go chew bark. That's really what I was going to talk about. He doesn't want Aaron Rodgers on the team. We ended up talking about Kenny Pickett. God help us. I mean, I don't know. I said I can understand the Aaron Rodgers attraction because there's a weird part of me that believes both him and Kirk Cousins could actually bounce back somewhere this year and have an even better year than they had. Certainly, I think Kirk Cousins could have a much better year. But I get Bradshaw's point. All right, I get his point in the idea of it being 1 year. I liked it for the Jets. This was before, of course, anybody knew he was going to blow an Achilles, because I knew it was going to be 2 years. And obviously, if they would have had any success, then he wouldn't have gotten hurt. I mean, the Jets could have had a starting QB for 3 years because he's coming back and playing this year. They didn't feel like he was good enough for whatever reason. I know there was a large part of the Jets fan base that actually wanted Aaron Rodgers back. I don't know. It's kind of wild. He is very polarizing, and it's because of look, he's a free thinker. He's got very, very he thinks very, very critically outside the box, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people are uncomfortable with those kind of people. I appreciate them because, well, I think that way too. So there you go. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.